Jeremy Rabkin is a professor of law at George Mason University School of Law. Prior to that, he's a professor at Cornell. He's an international law scholar. He's recently confirmed as a member of the board of directors for the United States Institute of Peace. Professor Rabkin has written numerous chapters in books, articles in academic journals, and essays. Professor Rabkin teaches courses on both constitutional and international law, has a PhD from the Department of Government at Harvard, and graduated summa cum laude from Cornell University. Mr. Rabkin, Professor Rabkin, welcome, and go ahead.
Thank you. I also will try to avoid simply repeating what was in my written statement and take advantage of being the last speaker here.
And the whole statement will be made part
Yes.
of the record, of course, and also the transcript will be stayed open after the hearing is over. If you see things you wish to add to it, we're not playing gotcha here. We want to learn from this, and it will be kept open for that.
Thank you. I want to start by talking about the context of this, which I think nobody has mentioned and is rather important. Last summer, it was the first time I met Mr. Schwartz, there was a hearing of the House Judiciary Committee, which was called a pre-impeachment hearing, and there were a lot of serious people, including some members of Congress, who said, even in the last months of the Bush administration, he's going to be leaving office anyway, we have to have an impeachment because what the Bush administration did was not just regrettable, deplorable, mistaken, but high crimes and misdemeanors. A lot of people are so revved up with indignation. Just go on the internet. We can find this in published columns. People say the Bush administration was guilty of war crimes. They are in the same category as notorious war criminals of foreign countries. Now, I think that is just wildly exaggerated and really inappropriate, but a lot of people feel that way. If you say we're going to have a truth commission, people immediately think, oh, yes, that's what is done with war criminals when you can't prosecute them. And so that's the first point I want to get everyone to focus on. I don't think it is sufficient for Senator Leahy or Senator Feingold to say, well, I view it in a more moderate way. I think this will be taken as ratifying the background view that, yes, these were extraordinary crimes.
Without disagreeing with you, I've had something like 65,000 emails on
Yes.
this. I've yet to have one single email suggest that we're doing this as a war criminal thing. I'm not suggesting you're putting up a straw man here, but please feel free to...
Could I just say, we seem to have different email lists. When I said at that hearing last summer, come on now, let's not be crazy, I got not 60,000, but hundreds of people saying, I saw you on C-SPAN, and I am not crazy, and he is a war criminal, and he should be tried. There are a lot of people who feel very vehemently about this. If you say Truth Commission, people immediately think about these famous... The Truth and Reconciliation Commission in South Africa, the Commission on Truth and Reconciliation in Chile. We're not in remotely that situation. In those countries, they had to have these commissions because they couldn't have prosecutions.